Hi guys, welcome back. You're still watching The Spot. We're going to go straight into our spot of music with techno.
For like give me love, oh. Now you the catch my shot, oh. For your sake, I go church, oh. We go drive around for my Porsche.
He's had a very good year.
Yeah.
Amazing year, actually. If I would count my top 3 artists for 2016 so far, actually he would be in it.
You know, my favorite song is still Holiday.
Okay, but he does a lot of what you would call quick
music.
Quick music, yeah. But when they are hot, they are extremely, like, this is one of the hottest songs right now.
Yeah.
And he just dropped a video for it.
Yeah.
True to his style these days, he doesn't necessarily, you can't necessarily understand what he's saying. Because he just has all of these words and slangs
which is problematic.
that he just throws in and, you know,
like,
but it's very danceable.
Yeah, and he really went full on with the theme here, with his hair, with, you know, his leading lady.
You know, he's a very good dancer.
Yeah.
Like, very, very good dancer.
He plays the piano.
Instruments, he plays the piano very well as well. Has a very good voice.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's also one of those situations where he's like, you know what, this is what the market wants. So he's going to dive into it. So and it's working so far. He's young.
Yeah. So he still has time to sort of reinvent and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I think it's a time for him now to try and stamp himself in the industry. Then probably now start doing more. I'm not saying this is not what he wants to do,
right?
But I mean, probably be more, you know, comfortable in whatever else there is. But I mean, he has amazing songs.
Yeah.
As much as they might be quick in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was saying he plays the piano, I remember that was because I had heard a couple of his songs and things like that beforehand, but then at one award show, a particular award show, he played the piano.
Okay. Yeah.
For one of his songs and on stage, and I was like, oh, this is the guy. Like, I mean, I knew who he was, but it just kind of brought home to me the talent, because you know, sometimes you can't hear the talent necessarily if you're doing lots of, like, you know, poppy or auto-tune stuff.
Yeah.
So it made me think, oh, okay, yeah. So I just thought to myself, I'd like to hear more of that. But I mean, that's not fair to his own pockets, because that's not what's going to make him any money.
And I also wonder what's up with his management now, because I mean, Yaya has left Triple MG.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's still with Triple MG or if he's with Yaya.
Yeah.
And there's always been speculations that he's not really going to last there, because people have always thought he was, like, quote unquote, the Wizkid of the group, who would just blow and walk away anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, he's doing well so far. That's what's most important.
Well, long may his
It would
star
be nice to have
rise.
him here. He's
Yeah,
extremely
it would
sarcastic
actually.
and witty.
Is he? Oh.
And slightly arrogant.
Oh. I don't know if he would.
Maybe I'd say cocky, not arrogant.
Okay. Well, since
Which is not bad for an artist.
Yeah. I think you have to be a little bit cocky if you're an artist, right? It's part of the braggadocio.
Great stuff.
Alrighty. Good video. Okay, so it's time for us to bring in our guest of the day.
It's quite the character, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I don't know if I can describe him fully, so he will do most of it himself. He is a writer. He is an assistant professor. And I'm going to ask him if he feels like he's a fashionista. Because I'm really feeling his outfit today, right? His whole outfit and his look. Let us welcome
Mr. Nwelue.
Mr. Nwelue. And I had to do it. I had to ask properly how to pronounce the name. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Bless you.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Chief.
Oh no.
I'm all right.
You can
Have
have
a seat.
seats, yeah.
Have a
Bless
seat.
you.
Have a seat. Welcome. So, okay, I don't know if my description did you justice. So,
What did we miss out?
what did we miss out? I said I was going to ask if you're a fashionista, because the look is very eclectic.
No, I think it's because I don't have money to buy the kind of clothes people wear. Like, I know you spend a lot of money.
When did this change happen to this? Was it a conscious decision? Have you always been like this? Talking about the hair, the outfits, very Afrocentric.
No.
Yeah.
I've never always been like this. I think I know some people who see me and they don't recognize me anymore.
Because I think I know that.
Yeah.
Other parts of you before this happened.
Yeah,
so
no,
when did it happen?
I just needed to sell my market properly.
So it was a conscious decision
Yeah.
to just sell your market.
Yeah.
What market?
My books, you know, I think it's not just what I write, but also how I project myself to the people. So I like to paint my fingers, my nails. My sister does that for me sometimes. I mean, she started doing it for me.
Okay.
So that when I go out, I like attention. So when I go out, not only my book will bring attention, they say, okay, what do you do? So I send my writer, so where is your book? It's there, go and buy it. They go and buy it and I get the money and I go home.
So that's the only reason why you're doing this?
I think, and also because I'm very comfortable in it.
Okay.
I like wearing sandals to go everywhere I want to go to.
Yeah.
I don't have money, also. So.
Yeah,
because this is very cheap.
Yes, cheap.
Very, very cheap.
I believe I have a dress in this fabric. So yes.
This is very cheap and very colorful.
Yeah.
So don't you have people who get turned off by it?
But it's not my business now.
So what if that also affects the sales that you're trying to project?
I don't think so. I had this situation at the airport where there was a long queue and I needed to check in my luggage, but I was actually at the back and I was going to miss my flight. And then the lady said, I was wearing wrapper.
Okay.
Yeah, at the airport. And she said, come. come. And I think people are fascinated by mysterious people. They are fascinated by weirdos like us. Like, they need to understand why you want to be different when everyone else is going this way, you're going this way.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone gets turned off. They can say that on social media, but when they meet us, they want to take pictures.
And they want to
They get very
interact.
curious.
You also are an assistant professor.
A visiting assistant professor.
Visiting assistant professor for African Studies.
African
In
Studies.
India, right?
Yeah, in India, Hong Kong.
In India and Hong Kong. Oh, how exciting. How is that?
I teach for free.
You do?
I've been teaching for free for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's easy to get promoted as if...
When you're doing, why are you doing work for free?
because I believe education should be free. I have spoken at TED, and I spoke about that.
Yeah.
And I gave my reasons why I think nobody should charge before teaching people. I believe in social capitalism, trade by barter.
Yeah.
So I believe people should give what they have to people to get what they want.
need. Okay.
Yes.
How is the reception like with your students? Obviously, you have a vast array of different ages and
in
things.
India, I teach about 80 students in one class, and they're actually PhD and postgraduate students. And then in Hong Kong, undergraduate students.
Ah, okay.
I'm heading to Center for African Studies in Harvard in September.
Nice.
Yes, so.
Okay.
So all for African studies.
Yeah.
So what exactly is that? I've always wondered what that is.
African studies.
Like, what do you teach them about Africa?
That's a good question. I think we're a very troubled continent, confused in a way.
Wow.
Yeah. You have Mugabe speaking all the time about Pan-Africanism. Yet, Zimbabwean visa is very difficult to get with a Nigerian passport.
Yeah.
For the past 2 weeks, I've been on it. I'm going to Harare, and it's difficult. But it's very easy for a Chinese to get into Zimbabwe. But this guy goes to speak about how he wants to unite the entire continent. And
doesn't act on it.
yeah, he doesn't do anything. He's,
Right.
he's an amazing hypocrite when it comes to that.
Wow.
So I feel that there is a need to teach foreigners about what I know about the continent, what I know. When I go to Ethiopia, I learn about how I can get these sandals done. So I teach that to Chinese students and Indian students. I don't teach African students
Yeah.
because they don't want to learn about their continent. It's only Nigerians who always question my intentions. They always say, why is he teaching for free? What does he want? Like, I also do a concert, diplomatic jazz night for free in the consulate, in the embassies in Nigeria. And Nigerians are the only ones who say, why is he doing this? Is he a criminal? Is he fraudulent? Yeah, wasn't it? But I know that music keeps healing my insanity. And I know a lot of Nigerians are mentally deranged. So, and there is only one way to heal them, is through music.
You know
Let's
what?
go on a break.
I think we might need a pause right here.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit more about just our situation. Please stay with us. Welcome back to The Spot, guys. We have been joined by Onyeka Nwelue, and we were talking before the break about mentally deranged Nigerians.
Amongst other things.
Amongst other things, yes.
Now, let's just be clear. You know, before he came on, he was saying he's also a troublemaker.
Yes, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true. He
so
did say
we
that.
want to know
yes.
why is this something you obviously something you consciously
You
do?
relish.
They told me.
And they told you.
Yeah.
So
What
you
kind of
don't really
trouble is
believe
it?
that you make trouble?
I feel these are my opinions and they're very sacred to me.
Okay.
So, but people think I'm making trouble. So
Have
I
you
just
ever
take
gotten in trouble because of your opinion?
it several times.
Like
Just yesterday, sir.
what happened?
For the past 4 days, I talked about things fall apart.
Oh.
And then they wanted to crucify my parents on social media and my
What did
entire
you say
generation.
about things what happened? Let's know you crucify you.
No, there is an argument which is ongoing, about Things Fall Apart being the great African novel,
Right.
Okay.
and which I think is
don't agree?
stupid for anyone to say this is the great African novel when
Why?
this is a continent of about 54 countries.
All right.
And you just think that Nigeria is Africa.
Yeah.
So everything about Nigeria is Africa, Africa, Africa. There is Kamarale, there is Ngugi wa Thiong'o from
Yeah.
Kenya. There are different writers from different continents, these different countries. And I think you need to respect these writers because they are bottling up the continent as
So
well.
do you think it's a
Yeah.
good book?
I think Anthill of the Savannah is one of the best books ever written. I've said that. But Nigerians took the caption from Premium Times.
Yeah.
And these guys, these young
Clickbait.
people who've never read anything in their lives, decided to...
But is it really just Nigerians? Because I mean, the whole of the world celebrates that book, and they must celebrate it for a reason.
yeah, but this
Isn't
was
it the most translated book?
Yeah,
or
one of
something
the
along
most
those lines, or one of the most
translated
translated. I mean, there must be a reason why.
But
it's
also,
so
I
popular.
have a friend who is 28, who is 30 years, and he's just published his first book, which has been translated into 22 languages. And he's Nigerian, Igbo, Chigozie Obioma, The
Yeah.
Fisherman. And he has not
okay.
even started.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It just got published last year, and it's
Okay.
in 22 languages already. So we need to chill. Calling one book, because the problem with our young people is that we believe the elders are always right.
Okay.
Yes.
So we need to revolt.
There are more refined writers right now. And
Right.
you can't just keep one book as the best book written by any African from 1958.
Like nothing better has been written since then.
Of course, Chimamanda would have written better books, but she wouldn't agree because she's Chimamanda, so she doesn't want to cause controversy.
So do you agree sometimes that you must agree that sometimes you say these things to get a reaction? Sometimes, I mean,
Even
you
if it's
you
just
like-
to get people talking.
No.
right?
Even in my bedroom, when I argue with my friends, I don't say those things to get reaction from them. I say them because we need to have an argument, a debate has to happen. And we can't just keep quiet
Yeah.
because I'll be looked as that guy who likes attacking elders.
Okay.
And anyway, I don't have respect for some elders.
Okay, which is fine. I mean, some elders
Because
don't
they're the
deserve
ones who
respect.
put this country in this situation.
I can't disagree with you there.
Thank you very much.
I mean,
I feel like I need to tread very carefully. You throw me one.
we've only
No,
Anyway, we'll come back to
you're
talk-
not in that generation.
Amen. But you also said young people too are not very alright.
you
So.
say we're not reading
Yeah,
and things
Everybody
like
has
that.
their
So
own.
we all have our scoring.
But we'll come back to talking about you and your sector and everything much later. But we want to talk about our topic of the day. And today we're talking about breaking new grounds. And it's pretty much self-explanatory. But I tried to look for a definition, and it said very simply to do something that has never been done before.
Yeah.
It also says taking the first steps for a new venture, advance beyond previous achievements. So yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
self-explanatory.
Yeah. I think for the first definition, nowadays it is for many people hard to think
Of what's new.
of what's new and what's, because everything that you want to do, but someone's done it.
Yeah.
Oh, if you go to China, they've done it. Or if you go to Eritrea, they've done it. You know what I mean? So it sometimes feels like it's hard to break new ground because almost everything has already been done. Do you feel that's the same? Do you? No? Okay.
I started a diplomatic jazz night
Yeah.
in Nigeria,
Yeah.
and we're going global.
Okay.
And it's free concert where we invite diplomats and their friends, give
So doing
them
Nigerian
food.
music or what kind of
No,
music?
it's jazz. Jazz.
any kind of
Yeah,
jazz?
we will jazzify any kind of music.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
All right.
And give them free food, free drinks, and free music.
What do you do it for?
Exactly. Only Nigerian.
Is that the things in Igbo? So you
Yeah.
you might
God,
speak Igbo.
I tried to hold myself because I can't even speak proper English.
Don't worry, we have a translator here. At the very least, if you
So why don't you
decide to express
let me take
yourself
it back.
that
So
way.
why don't you write your books in Igbo?
That
might be
exactly
breaking
why.
your
That's
being
why
a thoroughly
I
Igbo
feel.
Yeah.
That's why I feel Ngugi wa Thiong'o is a hypocrite. So he lives in the United States.
Please, Kenyan people.
I mean, okay, maybe I'm very harsh. Okay,
And that's fine. It's
but the
your
truth
thoughts,
is,
it's your
this
opinion.
guy lives in the US. He's actually coming to Nigeria in November for a K festival. So you guys can ask him questions. Why he lives in America? Encourages young Africans to write in Gikuyu or in local languages. But he will write his books in his language and then translate them into English by himself. And he teaches American kids in English. So his argument is baseless. I don't even know where he's coming from. These old people, they make me go mad, you know?
Wow.
You need to be honest. They are not honest. Tell people what they want to hear. That's what Ngugi is doing. So he talks about imperialism, but he's living in America. And writes his book in his language and translates them into his English by himself. It doesn't make sense.
Anyway, back to your jazz.
We're going to do that. We're going to take a break and then we'll come back to
No wahala.
the jazz.
Point.
Yes. Okay, so we'll see you guys after this. Please stay with us.
Welcome back, guys. You're still watching the sports. If you're just joining us, well, yeah, you've missed quite a bit of our very eccentric.
Yeah.
Do you like eccentric or controversial, or you like both, or you don't care?
Anything you call me is fine.
Well, I guess Onyeka Nwelue is here with us, and we're talking breaking new grounds.
Yes.
Before the break, you're trying to talk about the fact that you are breaking new grounds with
Yes, I am.
something you're doing differently.
The concert I'm doing is free. The Diplomatic Jazz Night. It's done from one foreign mission to another. And we don't charge people. We give them everything free.
Okay.
And
So is this breaking new grounds in Nigeria? Are you sure nobody else in like Finland is doing this?
no, because I feel it's a very capitalistic world.
Right.
Everybody wants money. I like money, but I'm not interested in money because I feel from experiences that the more you chase money, the more it keeps running.
Yeah.
Otedola, Dangote, they're still chasing money every day.
But they have a
it's not
lot
really running
already,
from
Sha.
them.
They have
Yeah,
plenty.
but they're still chasing.
But it's not really running from them like that.
It's
Like,
not running.
they're
In fact,
catching
they're
it
just...
No, but I feel they're still chasing it. But me, I've retired.
from chasing
Okay.
it.
Yes.
So how do you live life happy that way?
I am a social capitalist. I have a book on social capitalism coming out in October. I feel that the more I give to the society, the more I receive. I live off goodwill of people, and it never stops.
And it's working for you.
It works every day.
So you really like Bernie Sanders, don't you? I don't mind.
I don't like Americans.
Okay. Okay, let's leave that.
Okay.
All of America.
But we'll probably go around. But in your work now in the writing world, what sort of things do you think need to be done to break new grounds? What kind of things would you see that would be like, oh,
That's different.
that's different,
new.
that's new?
I'm not sure. I may need to take time to be innovative about that.
Okay.
To think about it. But I'm doing the ones that I
That
get.
come to you.
I'm attracted to. Yes.
But not everything has been written about, has it? Has everything? I've actually heard that everything has been written about.
I think
Yeah.
everything
It's
has
just
been
how
written
you write
about.
it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to break new grounds in writing.
Right. Okay.
How even the way you want to write it. Some writers they write from first person narrative to second, third person, and everything at the same time in one book. And there is this author, my favorite author, Arunda Roy. She wrote The God of Small Things. She started the beginning from the end and ends the book with the beginning.
Oh.
It's very tedious to read.
Yeah, I can already imagine how to do it. So you go back.
And that's
in
the
time.
only novel she's written since 1997.
Wow.
Because she
The
feels
God
she
of Small
can't.
Things.
Yeah, The God of Small Things by Arunda Roy. She feels she can't do better.
She can't top it.
Yeah, so she's been trying so hard to write something. She won the Booker Prize in 1997.
I feel like that is a way, that's a mind sort of, when you do something like that, and maybe that's something for like people who invent things. You don't really see that many inventors who did something huge do another huge thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like once you've broken a huge new ground like that, it's hard to top it because in your mind you're not like, how am I going to top it? And then you just don't do anything because you're afraid to go again. So
fail again or
maybe
not.
we don't need to be breaking new grounds, because then if you're breaking a new ground that's so huge, then you're just going to be that person that did the one thing and that's all
You
you're
just
gonna be
fall
known
inside.
for.
Yeah.
You just fall inside the ground. I mean that you've broken, right? So, yeah.
What about your industry? Is there anything
Are we
that
not in the
hasn't
same
been
industry?
Done?
Are we
It's
not
your
in
industry. That's not my-
similar? I don't know. I kind of feel like with media, obviously the way you tell stories will be different as new things emerge. You know, in the 80s or whatever, when they were doing Betamax, nobody ever thought that you would have a phone, you know, and with a phone you could shoot a movie or you could shoot a video. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like the breaking of new grounds in not even just my industry, so many industries, it's more evolution and innovation. When other things come, then we find out how we can use those things to then do the same thing, which is telling a story. So yeah, which
that's so interesting, because I was just thinking, like, the first person who probably had an online show for one. Yeah, I wonder who that was. And at the time, it wasn't something that
new and different.
Like, who's going to watch it?
Yeah.
You know, but these are things that are now normal, and you wonder what will be next in an industry like this.
Yeah, but have you been to a free concert? Like,
yeah, in Lagos.
Yes.
Where they give you free food?
No. It's just music.
The music is free, but not the food and not
so
the
I
drink.
had
Everything
to add
is
food and drink.
That's a good attraction. So how do you fund something like that? I mean, it sounds nice for people who are attending to come and listen to free music and eat free food, but I'm not even saying what's in it for you now. How do you
persuade other people? How do you get them to do that?
So I don't need to rent a venue.
Okay.
Right.
Because it's done in the residence of the ambassador or the consul general.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I have musicians like T-Mac, Yinka Davies, who have played for me, and we have understanding that
who also enjoy the experience.
Yes, that we don't have any money, so they come and play.
Okay.
And we have people who say, Onyeka, how is it going? Do you need any help? Can I give you some money?
Okay.
Yeah, so we have angels everywhere. So easy. And last time we had the Indian High Commission in Abuja, Airtel came on board and decorated the place, put Wi-Fi around, and gave us the kind of support that we needed.
So it's funding itself, it's growing.
Yeah, it's just about you starting it first. When I started it at the Italian consulate, the consul general invited other ambassadors, and they came and they said, "Oh, really, this is free? How does it work?" I said, "Well, you will find out." And so when it kicked off, started taking care of it.
It must have been editions where
it was tough.
You were just like,
It's
never happened.
No, because this is the thing. We're taking it to the residence of the consul general. So the only thing I'm providing is actually the band. They're bringing the food, the drink.
Okay, so they are willing to.
Okay.
Whoever agrees to host us, it's like Sofa Lounge. So whoever agrees to host us will give us all these things. So
so you bring them
and then he'll bring his own guest list.
Right.
If we're expecting 50 people or 100 people, they'll bring 50, I'll bring 50.
Because when is the next one?
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
I hope it's Italian embassy. I want Italian food.
Yeah, exactly. That was an amazing experience.
They've already done Italian.
Yeah, but we still go back to these embassies if they're interested in.
So, are you more passionate about that side of things than your writing? Because it seems like you've talked about it a lot today, the jazz part of things.
Because I think it's what makes me happy. Music calms my spirit.
Yeah.
Once I go for any concert, I put off my phone.
Yeah.
I enjoy the music. I've actually been on tour with Seun Kuti to about 8-9 countries because I just wanted to get away from the world. So I kept going for his concerts. I'll go stay backstage or watch him play, and that was it. I was not communicating with anybody, not at all. Asha as well has seen me in so many places that she found very weird in Grenoble, like 4 hours from Paris. She said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Well, I came to take myself away from."
What are you doing here?
No, she was playing.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to get away from depression, so I needed to go for concerts. So I feel it's another way of healing people.
Actually, music does do that.
We're going to take a break.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll find out what Lamide has to say. And then, of course, we'll keep talking about our topic. Please stay with us.
Welcome back to The Spot. We've been talking breaking new grounds. Hopefully you guys have been tuning in, enjoying it, and joining in on the conversation via Facebook, Twitter, and you can always send us an email on entertainment@EbonyLifeTV.com. So before the break, you were talking about how you go on tour, you've been on tour to a few countries with Seun Kuti, and when you said Kuti, of course, the first person, you automatically think of Fela. And when I think of Fela, I think of somebody who did break new grounds in the way he expressed himself, in the way obviously he's not the only person to stand up against the government or whatever, politically or whatever, but he, to me, is somebody who broke new grounds, because in Africa, I don't know that there were that many musicians doing that. So with that, as such a he's a tough act to follow. You know what I'm saying? How do you think some of our crop of musicians in Africa are doing in terms of breaking new grounds? Have they just completely lost the plot? Do you think there's anyone who's trying to break new grounds in any way?
He's already laughing.
I know. I just want to hear what he has to
Okay,
say.
my last book is called Hip Hop is Only for Children.
Okay.
Yes. So it answers every question you just asked. Yeah.
And that's it.
Eh.
You're done.
So let them go and find out.
Why is hip hop only for children?
The hip hop culture just makes life easy for some musicians. Let's dress like kids. Huh? Let's just put towel here. And then, you know, I don't want to say some things on TV.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Say them, please.
Hold your
Okay.
and
I just
monkey
be-
around on stage, mime when I've paid money, and then you ask me to jump up.
But not one of those who don't mind. There are people who actually perform.
Yeah.
Exactly, but which ones?
Are you talking about Nigeria or generally?
Here, I'm talking about here. My book is for Nigerians.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Well, I say quite a few singers. I
There
won't
are
say
only 10
hip-hop.
performers in Nigeria.
I know.
Others are just,
Because do you have all their names?
yeah, I have them.
Okay. Is Femi Kuti one?
Femi Kuti,
Asha.
Sheun Kuti,
Uh-huh.
Asha, Neka, Keziah Jones, Bez, Jeremiah Gang, there is Seth, there is, are they even up to 10? Oh yeah, wait, let me just find somebody and add. Wait.
Have you heard of Lindsay Abude?
There is Adeban too.
Okay. Simi performs live. I don't know, but she's not hip hop. She's I mean,
No, I'm not.
We're not all hip hop. Just performers. Thinking of performers.
No, I don't call them hip hop artists. I'm
Right,
only
you're just talking
saying
about
the
hip-hop.
culture.
It's okay,
yes,
the hip-hop culture.
Yes, so.
So why do you think these are the only performers? Like, do the
I mean,
others?
because these are the ones that I know.
Yeah.
I'm not like Satellite. I don't watch the
Okay.
world. So these the ones that I enjoy their music. So the others, okay, maybe I just missed a lot of names. So there are more than 10.
Okay.
There is Yinka Davis.
Yeah.
There is Tima
Yeah.
Kiseli, whose music has always healed me.
So is this not just a function of your preference
Right.
than what really is?
I think they are serious musicians who rehearse. The other ones, once you invite them for shows, they say the CD day, you know, all those things.
Oh,
They
I
just
see.
push it and then they go do it. They don't even rehearse and then they charge 7 million naira. You know who I'm talking about.
I
I
don't.
don't know.
I've never heard
I only
of
know
that
the ones that
before
charge
in
3
my
million.
I like your innocence.
Who is this person? Who is that?
There are many.
Yeah, many of them. Let's start with Davido.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he was supposed to play at the Festival of India and then he ran to
Oh yeah, I
America.
heard about that.
I heard
Was he
about that.
really
That was August
booked
13.
for that?
Yeah, of course, T-Mac was the committee member, you know.
Okay.
So he
And they
was
paid him how much?
7 million, and
Has
he
he?
ran away to go and enjoy the money elsewhere.
But then we're talking about breaking new grounds.
He's breaking new grounds with collecting money and running
No,
away.
he signed a deal with Sony. He's the
International.
first.
I have
act in a
written
long
an
time
article who contracts don't help on Olisa TV, and I feel
Interesting.
I was signed to the biggest literary agency in Spain in 2012, but I was not able to sell any of the books that I wrote. Pontas Agency. It's not about signing contract. You can still do all these things independently.
Okay.
Contract, they're just paper. They can't translate into anything.
Sales or
Yeah,
right.
they don't change anything at all.
You don't think so? Even with perception,
Not
even
at
with
all.
people
Not
who
a
are coming
hard
up
worker
looking
is
at-
a hard worker.
Okay.
Your contract doesn't mean anything.
But it definitely helps with like funding and pushing your
I
music.
mean, they give you an
and your work and-
advance. You can
Then
do
they
some more
stall your
work.
future, control it. They tell you where to go, what to do, how to walk, how to smile. All these things that don't matter to me, actually.
I think obviously you're different, right? Now, in that sense,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to you. But for a young writer who maybe hasn't found himself or herself or is comfortable in herself, and their work, that contract might be a gateway to, they might need a little bit of guidance. You see what I'm saying? They might
I
need
get
that
what you're
guidance to then say, okay, now I found my feet. And then they can say, okay, deuces to that contract. But they needed it so that they could get to the next step and say, okay, now
open up the
I
door.
really, I can see that this is my potential and I can now break a new ground in whatever it is that I want to
I
do.
mean, things work for people differently, you know. So, good for them. If they succeed.
But it just wasn't for you.
So what excites you about Nigeria now?
I think it's only Jevnik rest.
Ooh, Oh, but Jevinik is so exciting. Those portions are big.
That's the only thing that works in Nigeria.
And it doesn't matter what the Forex is saying. The
I hope they'll
portions
pay
are
me
still
for this
big.
thing.
I'm just
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of their pounded yam.
Oh my God. We belong
only
to the same
the
kingdom.
whole of Nigeria is just
That's the only thing that works. Honestly, no joke. No joke.
Oh my gosh, what would
I'm
you
so sad.
like? Why? You know what? You haven't answered any questions. What in your industry, Uncle? What new grounds have they broken?
You know what you didn't expect?
You never experienced.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Wait, seriously. There has to be something exciting about Nigeria.
No.
Now, okay, look at things that have happened, let's say in the last 2 decades.
Oh.
We've had, for the first time, a movie industry that emerged out of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Right? We've had last year the first time
I like how you analyze things. You're very optimistic.
Yeah, the last year we had for the first time the president was defeated.
But that's
while
not
in
exciting.
office. We broke new grounds in Nigeria, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which is what we're talking about, right?
And then what happened afterwards?
But that might not be as important as the fact that it was done.
Yeah.
There's some things that the after effect is not what you wanted.
Okay, but these things,
but the actual thing is
excite you guys.
Well, at that point it did.
New
It
grounds
did
don't excite you.
No, I
breaking
mean
new
these
ground?
things you mentioned.
I'm just saying, I'm talking about things that are new grounds that have been broken on the continent. You don't think Nollywood is worth the noise?
No, I mean, did you personalize it for me or just for us?
I'm talking about us, of course, 3 of us. Of us, Nigeria.
Yeah, so it's Jevnik only for me.
Oh.
For you, only Jevinik.
Only Jevnik.
Okay. I don't know, I feel like you have small shares inside. So why did you bring Jevinik here?
You did not bring
So what do you eat in Jevinik? Let's quickly talk about it.
Okay, so...
Let's
Seriously?
take a break. We'll see you guys in a moment. Hopefully, please share with us what it is that excites you about Nigeria or whatever country you're in. We definitely want to hear from you. We'll see you guys in a moment.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back, guys, to the spot. And yeah, we've been having an interesting time here with Onyeka Nwelue, and we were talking about breaking new grounds, and we've had a lot to think about, a lot to laugh about. But talking seriously now, obviously you're passionate about, as you said, social capitalism, right?
Yes.
You're passionate about your teaching, imparting knowledge and things like that. How do you feel like you're breaking new grounds with what you're doing? Like the people that you're impacting. Do you feel like you're breaking new grounds, or do you just feel like you're sharing knowledge so that they can perhaps go forth and break new ground?
I feel like I'm breaking new ground.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing something no one has done. Yeah.
With everything that you're
With the
doing, right?
with the concert.
Just with the concert?
Yeah, with the
Okay.
concert. But I'm still trying to figure out there are loads of people teaching free all over. But about the concert and giving them free food and free drinks and making them happy for 3-4 hours, I don't think there is anyone doing that, because everybody wants to make money from music.
So is that making people happy is really
Yeah,
the goal?
Yeah, I'd like to make sure that everyone around me smiles, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, because if I have a headphone that I spent a lot of money to buy and someone wants to use it and be happy, I will not let that happen. I'll take it from them.
Onyeka, you will soon leave this place.
Where will you send me to India?
What's your favorite country in the world?
India.
India?
Yeah.
Why India?
Its complexities.
Nigeria is very complex.
No, India is more complex. A country with about 9 religions.
Strong
Where
religion.
where the Hijras are even voted into the parliament. The Hijras, you know them, yeah? Yeah. So
I don't know the Hijra.
Okay, the Hijras, they are people with male and female parts.
I see.
Yeah.
They're like a community.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're also in the
voted in.
parliament.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're recognized.
They're recognized in India, and also with the caste system.
Yeah.
Everything is very. India is the most beautiful country in the world.
I've been wanting to visit for years.
Please,
so
let's
I'm-
go. Yeah.
What's your favorite country on the continent?
You can't say you don't know
Wait,
any.
Because you are passionate about Africa, so they have.
Yeah, I think Ethiopia.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see that. I can see.
It's
I can see that. I
Ethiopia.
feel like you would have an affinity with them
Yeah.
in a sense.
Your
You're
sandal
wearing
is
their
Ethiopian.
sandals.
Yeah.
Your trouser is Ghana.
Abi.
It's
Is it Nigeria, Bogobiri?
Oh,
Yeah,
but
that's-
it's kente now.
It's
Kente.
kente.
I don't know, but
Your chain is
Yeah,
Igbo.
it is
Abi
kente.
your neck.
this one is Uguta. This one is Ikoyi. This one is Abuja.
Okay.
So nothing serious or nothing expensive. Yeah.
Cool. Before we go now, going forward, what's coming up for you in the rest of the year, next year? What are you working on? Are you working on a book? Are you working on...
I have a book coming out in October, but I have a film I'm showing in Harare, Zimbabwe, on the 28th. The next few days I'll be in Harare. It's a documentary film on Flora Mwapa.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And her first book, Efuru, is 50 this year, so it's a 1 hour, 30 minutes documentary that I made on her. Interviewing Wole Soyinka and everyone else to...
About her?
Yeah, about her. Talk about
So why are you not showing it here?
It will show in Nigeria, don't worry.
When?
In November. No, at Lagos Book and Art Festival.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is Ngugi coming there?
And Ngugi is going to Ake. I will not go where Ngugi is going. Why are they laughing now? Wow.
He's not your mate.
She's not my mate.
I will not go where Ngugi
He's
is.
Ngugi.
Yeah, but it's in Ngugi. So it's in Ngugi.
Very good. I don't even know what to say. Is anybody that has... Please, what's your Twitter handle? Let them be tweeting at you. Because they will not come and be abusing us. At what?
At Onyeka Nwelue.
Okay.
On Twitter?
Yes.
Facebook?
Onyeka Nwelue.
Are you on Instagram?
Yes. Black
What are you doing
Baron.
on Instagram? Instagram is for people that like hip hop.
But I don't know how to use it. Someone uses it for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you still feel the need for some of these pop culture things?
Of
even
course,
though you're
I
not
need
a
to
fan of
belong
pop.
now.
Yeah.
I need to belong.
Why do you need to belong if you don't like them? If you think it's for
I need to
kids?
connect with these people to let them understand my mission in this world. So I have to go down.
You know you can use
wherever.
hip hop to do that.
See, some of my friends are hip hop artists. They are always with me.
So do you tell them that what that is for children?
He's written a book.
Yeah.
He just like, take the book, please.
Yeah. Yes, but it's my personal opinion, you know. Yeah, so it doesn't really bother them. I think they're cool with my madness. So
You think?
I know.
All right. Well, on that note, it's actually time for us to go. It's actually been a really interesting show. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
And
you
the
so
way
much
you
for
smile.
coming. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's time for us to go, guys. See you next time. Okay, now, please sign our wall of fame. If you can find space. Eh?
Wall of Fame?
Yes, it's our wall of fame.
Where is your chalk, please?
It's in the blue candle holder on your left over there.
Let's find somewhere and squeeze your name in.
Yeah, I will write it where Joy Bewaji's name is. I've been looking at
Ah. Yes, she was here
it. She's my wife.
recently. Does she know?
Exactly.
Yeah, she knows.
Ah, she does.
She doesn't away.
I don't even know how to write my name. Okay.
Awesome. You were creative about it. Let's take a selfie.
Should I remove my hat?
No, I think you're fine. Yeah. Ready? Okay, where's your head at? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Funny face.
That was my funny scene.
That was it. Okay. Awesome.